All right, everybody, welcome back to episode 9 of Modern Running. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, you can see that I'm here joined with my very wonderful boyfriend, Noah Baxter. He's a beautiful
Come here,
human being.
sweetie.
So Noah Baxter is this week's guest. Great guy. I got to run with him in college for 2 years. Jordan got to run with him this year, even though it got
Only
cut a little
one.
short. But it was one of the best friendships I've ever had. I can confidently say I learned a lot from him. He was a great mentor and kind of pointed me in the right direction going forward. So you have the floor, my friend. Take it.
I'm Noah.
I know.
Good job. Good job.
I was on the long distance stuff. I was at 10K, 5K focus. Ran a lot of miles. Did a lot of shakeouts with Griffin. Did a lot of runs with Griffin. Jordan was there sometimes when he was doing more than 30 miles a week.
Yeah, my big 40-mile weeks.
Dude, they were fat. Just did a 6-mile run today.
That's good. I did a 9-mile run today, and that's the first
cute.
part.
I did 3.
I have to do 4 later as my second run.
Do you want to hear the elevation on this run today, dude? Hang on.
Let me guess. It's going to be 300.
Oh,
No, I want at least 5.
You wish.
500.
You're lowballing me. You're close.
950.
780 feet of elevation over 6 miles.
Oh my god.
My 1 mile in there.
That's the longest 6 miles I have ever heard.
I did a 733 mile, and the elevation was 265 feet during that mile.
Yeah, that's.
Oh my god.
I was just going up this hill, and it's like 100% humidity. It was brutal.
I would have cried.
I don't think I would have made that.
I'll do more of an introduction now. Hang on. All right. I just graduated. So now I'm a NARP. And should I get personal? Should I do more of a personal information?
I mean, it's totally up to you. Yeah, it's totally up to you.
All running focus.
Other people have talked about, Dorzak talked about chemistry, and Andy talked about
really
PT.
Nerdy.
So yeah, he's a loser.
So I guess mine's actually worse. I'm an actuary. So that's really.
What's that?
Actuarial science.
Ooh.
So I do a lot of insurance stuff, which is sick. I was supposed to start yesterday, but as you can see, my job got delayed. So I am now a degenerate. So my days consist of running occasionally and studying and disc golfing.
Oh.
And,
disc golf.
Dude, big disc golf guy. Trying to get on that pro tour. I'm going, dude, we'll play a course. It's like 3-4 miles of walking for that course. That's out there good. Grinding. You can check my Strava and just see whenever I'm not running, it's usually because I just walked like 5 miles and I'm lazy.
So you do Strava for disc golf?
I just record my runs, dude. I just want people to think
you see a random heartbeat strike where he throws the disc.
Yes.
It's just a lot of exertion, or it's like a mild incline and I'm just out of shape. So I have to go up it. Oh man.
So actuarial science, and for those that don't know, I used to be an actuarial science major, and then I dropped that shit. So I'm also not the smartest person, but I will say it's not easy by any means. So hard major, and I asked Andy this question too, but hard major running is difficult. So what kind of gave to balance, life with school, with running?
A lot of, I don't even want to say social. I actually was able to so my junior year was probably my hardest one balancing, because that was when I really ramped up my mileage. I think I was in like the 80s to 85 range. So I'm trying to do that. So I'm doubling like most days. And then I was taking like 4 math classes in a semester. So I was getting my cheeks beat by that.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of stuff came from just not being on my phone. That was a huge one. I don't know if you ever check like your screen time on your iPhone or something like that, but the numbers will actually shock you with how much you use your phone.
I spent 8 hours on Heyday one day.
Jesus.
Yeah, so aside from the 8 hours I would spend on Heyday every single day, I was usually pretty good about sleeping because I would get angry at homework and just go, I'm going to bed. I want to sleep. So
Okay.
Yeah, I honestly not a ton gave. I just would do a lot less of like this senior year when I would just come and hang out with you guys for a couple hours. Couldn't do
Right.
that.
Right.
But
So you were
than
very
that,
disciplined, you would say.
yeah, dude, that kicked my ass. That semester was brutal.
It
But
was. I remember it.
we
You
did
were
it,
like
yeah.
genuinely depressed.
Oh my god, dude, I was ready. I was like, I need a year off of college after this. I'll graduate next year.
So, do you think that kind of like mental strength, if you will, mental determination played a role in the higher mileage that you were doing?
I think it made it harder to hit, honestly.
Okay.
Like just that much work that I was doing. I mean, spending like 6-7 hours a day just doing homework with classes and stuff.
Right.
Because I mean, I would still do my shakeouts and I still get my runs in, but it was like I was tired for them. I think because I definitely saw like an increase in performance for the one season that I got, for the cross country season I got this year. And I think a lot of it was because I wasn't spending time on homework. I was spending time recovering, relaxing, and getting ready for workouts versus like putting my books down and rushing to practice to go do a workout.
Right. So you think the mental side of preparing for a run is something that you kind of felt more your senior year than your junior year because you had more.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, it's really hard because obviously school's first when you're D3 running.
False, but yes.
Unless you're Noah Griffin in the Ag-Sci major.
Yeah, we're a business major. Don't count that bad boy out.
The accounting is hard.
Business might be hard. Have you heard of Algebra 2, dude? It's a hard class.
Dude, econ was hard.
Game theory, all I'm saying, difficult class. We played rock, paper, scissors for 2 class periods.
So many rock, paper, scissors shoots.
I won a chocolate bar.
Incredible.
Yeah, you did. I thought I had a strategy, but I guess I was wrong. And I learned that in game theory. Throwing rock every time is not a good strategy. I was like, this only works for one game, and I play it, and everybody, I don't know why, dude. I feel like scissors is always everybody's first move. So I win one game, lose other 9. I'm like, I got you that first one.
Hey, at least you stuck to your guns. You just consistently threw rock. Win
I would not falter. Oh man.
So that's good. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I had much more to say other than just definitely had a lot more time to focus this year on my running and spent more time focusing on it, especially like recovery work and sleeping was a big thing because I was getting more to like some like in the 5 to 7 hours of range of sleeping like last year versus this year. I was like 7 and 9 every night.
Right.
And if I didn't get that, it was my fault. It was never like too much homework or something. It was like I'm a dumbass and waited to do something. But
right.
Did that. I was fine. I never had a problem getting shakeouts in. I miss shakeouts, dude. Miss just yogging some shakeouts.
Hey, come do some with me. I do them every day. My recovery days, yep, I do one.
No, they're not fun by yourself. I'm not about to doing that.
Shakeouts are fun with other people. Running is fun with other people.
I got these new headphones here. I'll show them off. They're good. They're cool.
Okay.
Ooh, spicy.
No Baxter.
I've only done one shakeout.
Oh my gosh. Okay, dope headphones. I like them.
Hey, yeah, dude. Those
are nice.
They're like AirPods, but wired, and you have to plug them into your laptop, not your phone. So carry your laptop.
Okay. So carry your laptop. Oh, those are your bone vibrator ones?
Yeah, bone conduction headphones for running. So like, as you can see, they don't go in your ear, so it's safer. You can hear traffic, and every road by me is just no shoulder and blind turns.
Wow.
And like, I don't listen to music all the time, but sometimes it's just like nice to.
Are they good quality?
I mean, it's not like the same quality as in ear, but
right. Are they expensive?
Is it loud enough?
Yeah, they're like $150. Yeah, definitely loud enough. I usually keep it like half volume, and that's fine for me.
Oh, okay.
But like, I used to run with like the ones that just like kind of wrap in and like
right
gummy inside. I don't know what it's called.
Gummy.
But yeah, gummy. But I hated running in those, so I got that, and then the 245 music. So that's what I run with. And I like it. It's fun. Good connection. I never have battery issues. Dude, the battery on the 245 is stupid. That thing is awesome.
Really?
My
battery's been dying a lot recently. It's time for a new watch. I feel like every 2 years you need a new watch.
Yeah, I had like some, I don't even know if it's in here, some old Nike one. It was like a white brick on it, dude. It had like a TomTom GPS. I don't even know what I did with it.
Mm-hmm.
I ran with that thing until that was like absolutely just falling apart at the seams. And I got a 240, I got a 230, I think, or something like that. That was the next running watch I got.
Yeah, because then I got the same one.
Yeah.
Because I'm the spitting image of you.
I love you.
Oh, you guys are so cute together.
He said it on recording.
Oh, no, delete that. Take that off.
That's an audio history forever.
mute my mic.
But, Jordan, did you have anything? Any questions you want to?
Oh, yeah. I'll ask you the same thing that I asked Andrew. What would be your perfect ideal racing conditions? Weather-wise, ground-wise. Yeah, cross-country.
Oh,
right.
I got
this. Throw a dew point in there because Andy did.
Yeah.
A dew point.
Andy threw a dew point.
It was like 55
I don't know what that means.
Or something like
He's
that.
like dew point of 55.
Yeah, I still didn't look
that
that
even
up.
means. Like what metric? Is that like a temperature?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, I'll pick it's got to be like almost freezing the night before, and then you're racing in like 50s, right? Because then the ground's going to be solid. Right?
So you want hard
but
ground.
You're racing in like cool weather. Yeah, that's perfect. Apparently that was like neither of you ran at Oberlin, did you? I don't even remember what year we stopped doing that. So the year before my freshman year, they raced at Oberlin. Apparently the ground was like just absolutely like solid, like it felt like you were running on like a track.
Mm-hmm.
But like the weather was perfect and people were dropping absurd, like Kyle Monroe's college PR I think was at Oberlin his freshman year. Apparently it was just insanely fast.
Jeez. That's where Chad ran a 25:01 or something like that.
Yeah. I think Nick broke 26 there. I don't know. No, he actually did that my freshman year maybe. I don't remember. That course was fast, but
I think your freshman year it should have been hotter.
It was hot. It was really hot at my freshman year. It was like, I think we were running in like it was hot for how late it was in the season. Like it was, I think that was kind of like a mid-season race.
Yeah.
And usually the temperature is more like the 70s, 60s. And I think we were like mid-high 80s that day or something like that. It was toasty.
That's nasty.
Everybody's dying and everybody's just pissed off when we finished. We had a long run that day. Dude, we did a long run the next day then. And so everybody's just in a bad mood. And so we're out there we just start chipping down. Like our run, it starts like, I don't know, 7 flat. And then we're like 2 miles deep going like 6:15s on this long run. And then all of a sudden, dude, we're cruising. I think I was running with Dorzak for this. And I think we were floating on that like 5:50 pace on the way back. And we catch the Oberlin women's team. And dude, we are not dropping them. Like it was a very slow pass. We're like, good job. And they're like, thanks. I was like, oh my God. It was so fast.
Dude, that was like, did you see Bowerman just ran 5Ks? Did you see that?
Yes, I saw that.
Colleen Quigley just ran a faster 5K than I've ever run in my entire life.
She is absolutely
And I was like, wow,
insane.
you could kick me in the mouth and I would not be upset.
Thank you for that gift. I think somebody did a beer mile, I think on the 4th. I don't remember who it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ran like 4:30s in the beer mile, which is
just insane.
Okay. What exactly is a beer mile? Is it like every lap?
Yeah, you have like a 20-meter exchange. I want to do one so bad. You have like a 20-meter exchange zone where you can pick up your beer, drink it within that 20-meter, kind of like a handoff exchange zone, and then you pitch the beer and you run a lap. If you throw up, I think it's like an extra lap penalty, and you have to drink a beer every lap. So you start with a beer, and then you run your lap, and then beer lap.
And the timer goes the entire time?
Oh, yeah, the timer goes the entire – this man ran a
4:30.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's stupid. I want to do one so bad. I don't think I could actually – I think I'd throw up. I feel like that would just destroy my insides.
I feel like I would after the first
and you're supposed to use
liquid
bottles,
enters
too.
my body.
Have you seen when people do like the chocolate milk mile? I
Yeah.
think that would be even worse.
My
That would
friend,
definitely be worse.
My friend up in Rhode Island kind of organized one and set it up. I've always wanted to go up there and do it, but that I would definitely puke my guts out.
Yeah.
Having just chocolate milk in your guts while you run a mile.
That would just be so heavy.
That's
Your
what I'm like.
stomach
The
just
beer is
boom, mama.
carbonated, but the chocolate milk is just thick.
Thickums.
Oh my. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
been
that
playing
one.
Xbox lately.
Must be nice. I haven't played. Actually, I did play the other day. I can't lie.
It's more than me. It turned on in the middle of the night one night, and that was weird. It
Oh,
was begging for me to come back.
Yeah, it's begging for you.
Please.
okay. Yeah, you're
Play
just
with
so
me.
good at whatever game you pick up that.
Dude, yeah,
Dude,
you
I'm not
know,
gonna lie.
Warzone
You missed one shot on
on Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in forever.
Andy and I won a game of duos on one shot.
Andy? Loy Andy? Oh, man. He Snapchatted me the other day. I don't
Oh,
remember what he
cutie.
said. Probably wasn't that smart, but it's Andy.
That is Andy. All right, so
So,
senior year,
yeah,
coming off of a good cross country season,
better track season.
rolling into track, rolling into indoor.
Yep.
Didn't really race much in indoor because you never really do.
Nope.
But we had that
It's
one
always-
5K.
Always outdoor prep.
So you do outdoor prep for indoor because you do the 10K, 5K, more so the 10K, but that's a bigger race. So you kind of prep through indoor. And then we get hit with some news here
Yep.
that season's done. It's over.
Yep.
What went through your head? What happened? Break it down.
Dude, that was heartbreaking. It was just tough to know that you weren't going to get that last season. And it was, I think the hardest part was I didn't have a great indoor. And to look back and know that you finished that last race and I was just like disappointed in it. I'm like, at least I get outdoor. And then outdoor never comes. And it's frustrating. And then just know every race is getting canceled too. Because when we knew we were getting sent home, started looking at some races that could come up in the future. So it's like maybe I can get a race in, and all races are getting canceled. So it was just kind of a bummer. Obviously, I mean, not as bad as the kids that were at nationals for indoor. And it gets canceled the day before.
Mhm.
But still, to lose a senior season, it sucked. That was tough. Tough to not have a team to run with too, and kind of like just forced an early graduation.
Right. So senior year, kind of a half attempt at a graduation, but there's not really much that they could do in their defense. But
I don't know if they're gonna do anything for it now.
really,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Depends on everything because all the size restrictions for
right.
like gatherings and such. But
Do
So-
you have your
Diploma in the mail.
degree?
yeah, I got my diploma in the mail. I don't even know where it is actually.
Oh, that's good.
Put it somewhere.
He
It's not
lost
Worthless.
important.
It's only like
Yeah, I can look it up.
$200,000 worth of piece of paper.
Worth of education.
Pretty pointless.
But yeah, to lose that was kind of a bummer. So I definitely took a step back from running during then and kind of just ended it. So now I'm bored of not running. So I've been getting back into running lately. Did that like 10 miler with you indoors, Zach.
That was good, Don.
Yeah, I can't believe I finished that. Not gonna lie. I think my
I was proud of
mileage
you.
that week, that was Sunday, and I'm pretty sure I ran like a 3-mile run on like Monday and like a 4-mile run on Wednesday or something. It was like 10 miler. I'm like, I could probably finish it.
And that was sub 7 pace, so that wasn't
Yeah.
easy.
I was like,
Ooh.
how bad could this hurt? I was feeling okay until like mile 6 or 7 was when I was like, I'm tired.
Yes,
But-
because you said that. You're like, man, I'm really tired. And I looked down. I was like, I'm not even halfway. Why would you say that?
Heard
But,
that, dude. Every time we'd go on long runs and I was struggling because of my poor decisions the night before, and we'd be like 7 miles in and I knew I had 14 and Jeff be like, hey, Noah, you're only halfway done. I wanted to hit him so bad. I don't think I've hated somebody more in a moment.
That is such
So-
a Jeff thing to do.
That is. That and, tell girls that they're attractive when their age is questionable.
Oh.
I hope Jeff watches this. He gets such a good shout out.
If he
Nothing
ever
happened.
comes on,
Disclaimer. Everything was legal.
It's funny.
There's
It's a joke. This is all a joke.
very funny joke. Nothing illegal happened. Just a disclaimer.
Oh,
But
yeah.
so
Senior season ending early, bummer. I think the saddest part is like one of the things that I was always sad about, like finishing up was not really having that team to run with anymore
Mhm.
until I'm working in Richmond. So once I get to Richmond, finding a running group is kind of I think that would help get some motivation or just some people to run with.
Right.
But until then, I don't really have anybody to run with around here. Tanner's like the closest. He's like 47. Around here, like directly in my vicinity.
Listen, I can my
Not an
brakes are
hour
going
and a
to
half
give out
away.
of my car any second, and I will still drive up there to see you.
Go run Joshua.
My brakes make a beautiful, just grinding noise every time I touch on them.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
Probably just the brake line.
probably. You know,
They're just a little wet.
I'm waiting for the day that I have to just slam my parking brake in and just rip it to shreds because my brakes break. Brakes break.
Dude,
Brakes.
Power slide. Tokyo drift.
Doot, 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 doot. All right, so I have another question.
Mhm.
Number one thing you miss about college?
Oh, running with the team.
Really?
Yeah, definitely running with the team. That was such a fun. That was the reason I like really enjoyed LVC. Can I talk shit on LVC on this, or is that not? Okay.
I mean, nobody really that like is high up is going to hear it, and if they do,
Well,
I
I mean,
don't
I'm
really
talking
care.
about. It's probably just going to be for the track team. Like the colleges, it's whatever. But the track team, the cross country
Incoming
track
freshman,
team.
you heard it here first, baby.
But the cross country team and the track team is definitely why I stayed. Just running with everybody for hours a day. You make some great friends, and like way more than you'd make friends if you just went to school.
Right.
And, I don't know, joined a frat and paid for your friends or whatever. But
Right. Oh yeah, who does that?
yeah, dude.
So what do you think? Where do you think you'd be right now if you didn't like either choose LVC or you didn't run? Period.
Oh, if I didn't run, I would have left LVC. If I overall decided beforehand I wasn't running, I probably would have gone to a big school and then failed out of the XI major.
Yeah.
That was the professors were great in XI. I mean, they were brutal and absolutely made me question my sanity, but I got the degree. It did well.
Right.
Got through it, muscled through it.
My water just shot in my face.
So I know how absolutely coordinated you are at every other sport,
Oh,
such
dude,
as basketball.
athletic. So good, dude.
But
Wait. What was your senior superlative?
Post athletic, baby.
Noah Baxter
It's all that
voted
coordination.
the most
T-shirt.
athletic in high school, which is the biggest scam in our nation's history, I think.
That was
He fooled them all.
Peak moment. I have been on a downhill trend since that moment.
So if you didn't get into running, kind of like what Jordan was saying, I kind of think I know your answer, but like in high school, just so that way you're not as exposed to as many other sports as you are now. In high school, what would you have picked if it wasn't running?
God, I mean, the only other thing I did was like my friends would play ultimate frisbee. I probably would have ended up doing something like that in college, like joining a club.
That's what I had a feeling you were gonna say.
That would probably be what I ended up doing.
Marry me.
Yeah, I mean, and now I disc golf because it's way easier. You don't need like a ton of people to go play. I mean, it's like very different than playing ultimate frisbee.
Yeah, and you don't need to be athletic.
Yeah, I don't need that athleticism. Dude, ultimate's hard. That is a lot of running.
Ultimate is very hard.
It is like soccer with a frisbee. But I don't
I feel like just throwing a frisbee is hard enough for me. It just it's like a boomerang.
Just
So
gotta
it doesn't come
just
back
gotta
to me.
flick your
It
wrist.
just goes away.
Dude, I spent so much money since I started playing disc golf. That was like what I just did once I got home. Because my friends texted me like, "You play?" And I was like, "I have." I was like, "I have like 3 discs. Let's go out." And then since then, I've spent like $300 or $400 on everything.
Oh my
I
god!
just started blowing money.
Wait, what do you buy for it?
Dude, like it started with some discs, and then it started with expensive discs, and then it started with like I got a bag, and then I have a cage in my yard that I practice on.
Oh my
I got boards,
jeez.
dude. It was just
Oh,
it was
a
so
cage?
fast. It was so fast.
He's
The
going
addiction.
professional.
I just got a frisbee in the mail yesterday. I'm like, it's bad. Yeah, catch me on the pro tour in a few years.
That's right.
Yeah,
I dropped
that's gotta be some
$300
cheap shipping.
on 2 pairs of shoes.
Oh man, I'm probably buying another pair of Hokas soon. I need another. I have not bought a new pair since like winter because I was gonna get a pair before track season and then just never did.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that would have been a waste. Good thing I didn't get like those Alpha Flies or something.
Oh,
Dropping on Running Warehouse or whatever. They're dropping them again soon.
The Alpha Flies.
Wait, those
Oh, wow.
haven't been like on sale since.
No,
Oh,
dude,
Nike
it sold
took 'em
out
away.
in about 0 seconds. And it was like a negative sell. It was ridiculous. I sat there, I
And
had my payment ready. I clicked confirm, and that shit sold out before I got
that
it.
was out of meat, right?
Yeah.
those,
Yeah.
We
those,
went outside. I was ready. What meat was that?
those Alvernia.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to do a little bit of recollection here.
Hmm.
So think back. What was your favorite? There's two parts to this question. So the first part, what was your favorite race to run ever? All 3 seasons, all 4 years, favorite race ever that you ran at LBC, and why? Break it down.
What's question 2, though? Because this one
Question
might take some
2.
thought.
So question 2 was, I remember you saying at Max one year that you loved watching people run and you loved getting hyped to watch people run. And you remember my freshman year when I passed Noah Brady, how hyped you were and how much that carried me. And so ever since then, I'm like, oh, he's just a super supportive guy. So I want to know, what was your favorite race to watch and why?
I'm going back to question 1 because I remember it. When I ran that opener 5K at Widener and I like crushed my PR. And I have a picture with like you and Jeff after it.
Mhm.
That's that one is like probably tied. My second was probably when I qualified for Max for the first time. Because like Jeff was there, was screaming for me the whole time, and I watched. That's like the most energetic I've ever seen coach because he's very like such a composed man. I'm watching him like run across the field to get my like 5K split and run back and get a little nervous because I went out way too fast, but I like just had a race. Like that was those are probably my top 2 favorites. Just like the having like because I love running the 5K, but I just had not had a good one up until that point, and then I finally just crushed my 5K PR by like I don't know, it was like over 30 seconds. And qualifying for Max that one race because I like missed the qualifier by a ton early in the season, just had a terrible race, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna hit this season, like it's a next season thing. And then absolutely no nerves because I'm like, last race of the season, just gonna go out and try and run a 10K, and I just kind of went through the 5K. I'm like, I'm feeling good, and I'm like well under pace, and then I don't know. I was feeling good. The last 2 miles was a grind, but I do wish I got one more 10K to run because my junior year, my PR in the 10K is like a 10K I like paced for.
I was gonna say that was the one at Millersville, right?
Yeah, I kind of just paced Nate and Tanner for it for the qualifier, and then I just kind of coached. I just like went with like 800 left. I had 2 quicker laps at the end, and I ran like I don't know. I ran a PR, but it was like tempoed, and I was like, oh, I have so much more. But then Max came, and Max was like what? It was like 90, 95 or something insane when we had Max, and it was like that was insane.
It was ridiculous.
So,
they had water for the 5K, let alone the 10K.
Yeah, so we didn't have like an amazing performance, and I was like, I'm ready to bust one out senior year. I was ready, but we'll see. I'll get the fitness back, and we'll see what I can do.
I was going to say, you can only go up from here. Well, you can go down, but knowing you can go up from here.
Oh, I can go down. Don't you worry. I'm ready to pack on the pound.
You want to see down, baby? I'll show you down.
Watch me.
Favorite race to watch? That's a tough one. I always get excited for 4x8s. Like I definitely think, especially when we had when it was like Zach and Kyle and Nick on like the 4x8. That was really fun to watch. They were because they were insane. They were insanely good. And 2, it's just like that's such a competitive race. It's just that's a fun one to watch because it's longer than the sprints, longer than like the 4x4s, but it's like it's the people you run with too. So that was, I think any of those, even like some of the ones when it was like Andy and Jeff on them, those were fun to watch too.
Right. Yeah, just some goofy.
I'm surprised you didn't say watching Lauren and Kate at
oh, that was a fun.
What was that? Nationals. Yeah.
Lauren and
Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah. They both start with K. So.
Yeah, that was fun. Dude, watching Lauren, like you could see her like when she realized it was us, like almost like cry, like coming to the finish line. That was
because they didn't know you guys were going, right?
Nope.
We surprised them. They didn't see us until the finish line. We were running around shirtless and stuff.
I was screaming. I got shirtless. Yeah, you were a little puss. Didn't get shirtless.
It was cold. It was cold.
I know. I got shirtless.
That was fun. That experience was fun.
That was a
playing
fun trip.
werewolf on the van, driving the van.
Dude, 8 hours in a van.
That was like 10 hours, dude. That was so long.
Dude.
Ooh.
That was
After
so
the stops, it was like 10 or 12 hours in a van.
Yeah, that was pretty
But
brutal.
we were bumping on the way down.
Dude, the energy in that van, it was a good for like 75% of that drive. We had some high energy, and it was whoever had that last shift. It was like the last half of your shift. It was tired.
It was just brutal.
Yeah.
That was like Garrett, like at one point, like swerved a little bit.
Oh, dude. What meet were we going to when Kyle Monroe starts fucking drifting?
yo,
It was like next
we
lane.
because you were like, I texted you. I was
Was
like,
that
Kyle's.
Max? It was Max,
I
right?
think it was Max. Because I texted you. I was like, Kyle's sleeping. And you're like, yo, Kyle, you good?
Dude, I like look over, I like, Bob, and I'm like, you good? And he's like, I'm good.
I forgot about that. Like on the highway going 80 in a van with the wheel taking on it. And we're spread across 2 lanes. It's like just out.
I was like, that was a weird merge to make. There's nobody in front of you. I'm looking over. I was like, oh, your eyes are shut.
Oh my god!
I fully
You were
trusted
so
Kyle,
quiet
but
about
I was
it
like,
too.
I just didn't know what to say because I didn't want
Don't
to
want
be
to
like, yo,
scare
Kyle.
anybody else.
I didn't want to be like, right. Because that's the thing. If I say something like, Kyle, wake the hell up. Then he's going to swerve the shit. And everybody in the band is going to be like, what the hell's happening? So I'm just like, Baxter will handle this. Hey, Kyle's sleeping.
I didn't handle it. I think I just slapped him in the chest. I'm like, Kyle, wake up. Just jerks the steering wheel.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was fun. Oh, gosh.
It was fun. That was a fun Max.
Was that this Max or last Max?
That was this Max.
This Max.
Or was it
That was
was it to Ohio Pile?
No, it wasn't a high pile. I'm pretty sure it was Max. I don't know why.
You drove to Ohio Pile, didn't you? No, you didn't, because you
Kyle
played
drove.
aux.
Yeah, Kyle drove.
Or you sat next to me. That's right, because you sat next to me. You sat in the back seat.
I know it was a race because Kyle didn't get like any sleep the night before because he had
he worked.
He worked like all night
Oh.
and then had to
I was
get
like,
to.
oh,
I think it was Max because I don't actually have a reason. I just remember it being later in the season. I just remember we were wearing our jackets.
That's
I'm
the
like,
only
it's
one that
probably
we
pretty
would
cold.
take a van to was
Yeah.
Max. I
Yeah,
don't think we would take a van to any other meet.
yeah.
But
But-
yeah, that was. I forgot about that. That was genuinely terrifying a little bit.
Kind of funny.
It's like, wow, my life is really at stake here.
Last Max was also that was one of my favorite races. That was fun. Just to everybody had like crazy performances,
Mhm.
and I don't think I've ever seen Coach like that excited about a performance either.
Yeah, dude, that
After
was the
with the
best
men's
we've ever
team.
done.
And the women's team like blew it out of the water, missing like some top runners. Still
Mhm.
ran insane.
They had a
Right.
crazy finish.
Yeah, the women just decided to all drop 30 PRs. The men's team coach is like,
We
like this is like the
clicked.
first time I've really seen the men's team click, and we did it and just
Yep.
beat people that we knew it was going to be close. That was
Mhm.
that was a fun race, fun finish.
That
Yeah.
was. That was very fun.
It was a good course for it too.
Mm-hmm.
It was. It was a very good.
I like
course.
I like the course.
I liked it.
Except for that like bottleneck in the beginning.
Mhm.
That was pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Got to get out
Congested.
quick, baby.
Yep.
I always get out dummy quick. Let people pass me.
Trying to think of my least favorite course now.
That's a good question. What was the least favorite course you ever ran at? I got mine already in the bag.
What's yours?
It was I forgot the name of it. Come on. Mud up to your ankle. What was it? Or up to your calf.
Rowan?
Yeah, I hate that course.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
because it
I
was
didn't
so
like that
muddy.
course either.
If it was dry, I feel like I would have liked it a little bit more. I didn't like the layout of the course. I will say that. Regardless of mud or not, the layout of it was weird. I understand it was fast, and for that reason, a lot of people like it. But the layout, I didn't like it. The fact that it was muddy, I hate mud. I hate running in the mud. So Rowan sucked. That was
Dude,
my
that
least
mud
favorite
was that was brutal. I just remember I stepped in a puddle like halfway through the race. Like I don't even know what to call it. It wasn't even a puddle. It was just mud. And it splashed all the way up to my knee. And when I say splashed, I mean coated my leg, splashed up. Kate has a picture of me jumping in air after the race. And you can see my one leg is literally like up to my knees, just brown. It was like, that was terrible, dude. I remember just walking into the shower after that. I just took my spikes into the shower after and just rinsed them out in there.
That was like that whole season. Your junior, my freshman season. You just
nuts.
every meet take your spikes into the shower.
Oh, I don't even know if I have I think my bibs are somewhere over there. Dude, they were all just covered in mud. Regionals was muddy. Wait, hang on.
I have one on my wall.
Regionals was muddy.
Max
was awful. That whole backstrip behind Stevenson's thing.
I'm pretty sure I don't even know if we had a single race that didn't have
the only
at least
one
a little bit. Like our home meet had like
our home meet had some along that tree line.
But it was like that was like the only spot.
That was the only spot.
But it was
I broke my spike at that meet, by the way, my senior year.
Oh, gosh.
Oh yeah, that would have been your senior year of high school.
Yeah. I broke 3 pairs of spikes my senior year.
Jeez.
That's actually impressive.
No, even Lockhaven had a little bit of mud.
I have mud on my bib from Lockhaven. I don't remember it being muddy. I think kind of back near the cornfields.
I was gonna say it was back near the cornfield where they put the hay down now.
Was it still fast though?
Yeah,
I like
Lockhaven's stupid fast. That's a fun course.
I like that course because I like running by cornfields. I don't know why. It just feels natural
I feel fast.
To me.
Dude, they're going by so fast.
They're like zipping by. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the corn.
I like that one. Yep. What other course did we run? Stevenson was where we did. Oh, I wasn't a fan of Stevenson's course either for Max. It was
just so many loops. It was like 6 loops.
Dude, and the mud there, Stevenson was. I don't have a drop of mud on my Max bib, and I have no idea how because that course was the muddiest course I've ever run in my life.
You remember Jeff and that like just beautifully white throwback LVC jersey, and Jeff is just mud down the side.
Didn't he fall?
Did he fall?
Yeah, he fell.
I'm pretty sure.
So like the
hill,
Max
right?
course, so the Max course for those who have no idea what the hell we're talking about, and Jordan who also has no idea what we're talking about. Basically, Stevenson's a loop, so it's like it's just
a 2K loop, right?
Yeah, it's just swervy all over the place. It's a loop. You got probably an acre of grass that you're running around. It's probably like 3 acres, but still, you're running in a loop, 2K loop, and so if you imagine like the corner of a square, you're coming up kind of this edge and you kind of crest a very small hill and you come down again a very small hill, probably like 20 total feet of decline, and it's not sharp at all. But when you get to the bottom, it's a 90-degree left turn. So normally you can, kind of swing out and take it guns blazing. But the back strip, if you imagine this square that we have, the back part of the square, all mud. I'm telling you, 200 feet straight of mud. It was that, or I ran in like 2-foot tall grass to the left of it because it was like, I just don't want to be in the mud. All mud. And so Jeff comes down this hill and doesn't slow down enough, puts his foot right in the mud and just
he was like airborne, dude. He just like took off.
Oh, that was my biggest. Those white jerseys was my biggest motivation to not fall because I was like, Coach will make fun of me so much and be like, I can't get this clean now. You're gonna have to buy a new jersey. Like these are like super expensive jerseys. They were so nice. You got it so dirty. So I was like, don't fall.
But like the back of my jersey was just coated too. I mean, it was like. Yeah, that strip was terrible. It was like a pin sharp turn too. When you hit the bottom of that,
yeah, it was like completely.
It wasn't like a right turn. It was like a 180-degree little like pivot. I remember coming down it. I was like walking. I like hit it and I was like stop, and I like turned and I like because then uphill is muddy because it's kind of like literally like a dip, turn back up like 20 feet. Yeah, it's like
I ran that my senior year of high school. I ran that course. Did I ever tell you about this, Noah?
I don't remember.
My friend Shane, basically, so it bottlenecks. And for a 5K course, we weren't backed up as far as we were for the max start line. Like our start line was probably 100, 200 feet in front of that. So it bottlenecked super quick. And so you see my friend Shane come out. So somebody took a video of the cresting of the hill. So you see everybody, kind of fighting for a position. And you see my friend Shane like coming through, and then his shoe comes untied, so he like looks down and looks up, and he like jumps to the side, ties his shoe, and then like starts throwing his arms again. It's just one of the funniest like little, because he's just so like in it, and he's like tying his shoe, and then he's like
They're
going
like
back
full
to
anger, adrenaline pumping like bunny ear.
Yes, through the loop under the bridge. But that was one of the funniest things. But yeah, that course bottleneck's really bad. But all right, that was a long question. Jordan, do you have any questions?
Yes, kind of. In terms of workouts that you've done, because I'm sure you've done a lot. It might be the same workout. What was the hardest or your favorite?
Oh, this is such a good question. I was literally just about to start talking about workouts. I was doing hills today, and I was thinking about D'Angelo Hill Loop.
Ooh, what a good workout!
I know you like that
doing
one.
That one.
that
That one's probably my favorite. I'm gonna say that one's like my favorite. That one's fun, and like in years past, it was a lot more like normal run paced, and it was kind of like basically straight normal runs and only attack the hills. And coach like within the last 2 years kind of let us open up. And I mean,
was gonna say he still says kind of like drop it to normal run on the like normal parts, but he's been okay when I tell him our time, and I'm like, oh yeah, we were.
I mean,
cruising.
he's like, he just kind of tells us to like be smart when we shouldn't
right.
hammer it. But like, I mean, we were just crushing runs. I mean,
healthily, like it wasn't like it wasn't like we were like kind of going up these hills, but like it was a healthy
doing it.
fitness level.
It was so much fun. Those are big rolling hills, and we were cruising like starting at like 640s and chipping down to like 6 flat on some of that. That was.
I do like that hill loop. When you get like a good group of like 3 or 4 guys kind of working together with those,
and you're just grinding them out.
Right, that becomes a very fun loop.
Yeah,
I'd say that. I like progression runs too. Those are so much.
Dude, fun. That one that we did.
We had like 2 that we did really well together.
Yes.
At NCR. And the one that just was at LBC.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, we did the one. Our like last 4 miles, we were sub 6 pace on that. That was fun.
And it was like perfect chip down, like 7, 6:45, 6:30.
Did it freeze?
No, you're good.
It looks like he might have.
Did I really freeze?
Uh-oh. No, I feel like progression runs always feel a lot better because like you start out all relaxed. Well, not like super relaxed, but like you start out normal and then picking it up. More. Yeah, exactly. Versus like starting out blazing fast.
No, I totally agree. Definitely gives that chance to warm up, and usually that's what you need. You just start getting the rhythm, just keeps turning and turning, and you're ready to speed up. What was that one run we did? Like out by Swati, we'd go out like it was a long run, but it was like half progression, then you just come back for the rest of the long run. Was it just a progression out, like 5 miles out hard? And I think freshman did like 3 miles.
I do remember that. Yes,
I think I remember that one.
It was
kind of just progression run with a long run like tag on it.
Yeah, so it was like because that was when you were like, "Hey, freshman, if you want to go, because we're already at 2 miles."
Yeah, that one.
Yes, I remember that. It was just like a long run back, but you had to go hard on the way out because then it simulates, you're tired and finishing it out. Did you do when coach had like normal practice, but then pulled guys and girls out to go back to Swati to do that like 8-mile tempo run?
I thought I was going to die that day.
Yeah, I ran Penn State Harrisburg.
Got it.
I legitimately didn't know if I was going to finish that workout.
8-mile tempo with the last mile all out. I was like, Coach, what are you doing to me?
That's so
it totaled like 15 miles or something
because we had to run back. Yeah.
You guys did a stupid long run that day.
we got to like 13 miles, which my longest run before that was like 10. So we got to like 13 miles. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I was just like, I literally finished. I ran a 4:55 or something like that last mile after tempoing 7. And coach was like, all right, let's turn around and run back. I was like,
what? And we went the long way too. Yeah, because we wanted flat.
Dog, you're on
instead of like going back to hills.
Yes, that's right.
We added like 2 miles onto it.
Oh my god, dude!
Dude, I would have hopped on coach's pegs. I would have been done.
Like, let me ride the handlebars, coach.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Least favorite workout. I know this one hands down, dude. Chain 400s.
Oh
I
my god.
hate those. The 400s with the 200 like aerobic in between. I don't know why I hate them so much because I don't even think the workout is that like
Just
awful.
long. I feel like you're just
Yeah,
moving for such a long period of time.
I just
And there's
feel
no
like I just
true rest.
yeah,
Like you're just
exactly.
going.
I always get side stitches in those because of like the constant change up in your pace.
Mhm.
I just always know the next one is longer because we started like doing like I don't know 6 or something or maybe 7,
Mhm.
and then it's just you add like 1 or 2 next week.
Yeah,
And it was
8, then 9.
every
then
Monday
10.
we did the workout. He was on those. I think my sophomore year he was like
Mhm.
that was the workout. I was like, God, this is like my least favorite one.
Mhm.
I can't
Our
even think of hardest
what
one.
was it?
Oh,
The-
2-mile repeats might be the hardest one we do.
The
Those are
Union
those are
Canal.
tough.
at Union
Yeah.
Canal.
Those
That's
are
a
hard.
beautiful workout. I love
Those
that
kicked
workout.
my butt this year.
Those make
That's
boys
a-
into men, baby.
That's a pretty
I
brutal
stayed a boy
one.
that day.
I liked when we did them at the school the one time, like instead of going to Union Canal, because it was like rainy. It was like super cool
Yeah.
because it's hot. Every year we did it. Other than that, it was like hot, but it was nice and cool. We got to finish it up on the track too. It was like the
Mhm.
end of the rep. Oh my god, just cruising.
That year, I think it was Jeff and I did them together.
I was
And,
with you too.
Yes, you were. We ran my high school freshman PR for a 2-mile for the first rep, and I was like,
Dude, we
"Ah,
probably crushed mine.
that's
My high
good."
school, I think I ran like. I remember I wanted to break 12 in like my freshman year of high school, and I didn't do it. I was like, oh, I'm good. Like 12, 16. Like
So that's that's a good segue into my next question. Not to be rude, but like, not the fastest guy out there.
That means he's gonna be rude right now.
I think you know. No, but I think you like know
no,
and are
by far
consciously
not the
aware of this.
fastest.
But like I said in the beginning, you're still a great leader. And I think that's something that a kind of like a lot of, aspiring runners in high school go through is the fastest runner is the captain. Most of the time, I would say. Your top guys are the captains, and that's just because people look up to them. It is what it is. If coaches are visibly checking for leadership, then they make changes, but it's like usually seniors, fastest seniors, bang, you're the captain, easy money. Occasionally they'll do a junior if they feel like they have the leadership qualities, but I'd say 90% of the time, fastest senior. So were you captain in high school?
Yeah, my senior year. I don't remember my junior year.
So going into college, because I feel like college captain is a whole different ball game than high school captain. Going into college, being a captain.
Hang on. It just froze. Can you say it again?
I'm not saying it again, dude.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna just hang on.
So going into college, like your senior year, being a captain, not being the fastest one out there, and I think coach even said it at our first intro meeting. What's going through your head on like how can you still make an impact on returning runners, on incoming freshmen? How can you be a leader? How did you try to lead? And if you could go back and do anything different, what would it be?
It's definitely like the lead by like my work ethic example. I was never the fast. I mean, high school, like my senior year, I was like one of the faster ones. We kind of alternate. But like coming to this, I knew I was always like more like the middle of the pack, kind of like the tail end of your top guys. I was like floating around 7 every race pretty much. I guess it's just like I've made a lot of improvements. I went from running, like high 17s in high school to I was splitting mid 17s for my 10Ks and stuff. And it's definitely just like I like to have a good work ethic. I was always positive. I love being there. I love working out, love the team. Your attitude is kind of everything with something like that, especially when you are given that captain position. And I think that was it, like I wasn't just given it because I was a senior. It was kind of one of those things I worked hard. I just liked the team. I liked being with the team. I always did as much as I could for the team. Set a good example for everybody, and make sure people are just kind of on their shit. Make sure everybody's getting everybody organized to do shakeouts, even when I don't want to do a shakeout and stuff. What was the rest of the question too?
If you could go back and change anything, what would it be?
That's hard.
I asked the good questions.
Have a senior track season.
Ooh.
I would have that. Dude, if I could do like go back and change anything, like a godlike thing, I would just not get sick so much. I got sick like every single
You
winter.
did get sick
Always
every
killed
winter.
my indoor seasons.
Indoor you had.
Yeah, I mean, I like the one season I ran, I think 2 meets maybe. It was like our home meet, which is barely meet. It's like practice, and then I ran the last meet. I go back and do one thing. I guess it has nothing to do with being a captain. I would change that.
That's all right.
Yeah, I guess I wish I wish I like would have gotten to be, because I was a captain for track too, and I wish I would have gotten to actually be a captain for outdoor track.
Right.
Versus indoor. Track was definitely different. I liked being a captain for cross country way more than track because I felt like I didn't feel like that much of a captain for track, because it's really more I was just a captain for distance guys, and that's just kind of
right.
how it is. Distance is it's hard when the track guys are all lifting together and they do all their stuff together, whereas distance it's kind of like we lift on different days, we go out and do our runs, we just kind of all show up to practice at the same time and disperse kind of thing.
Right.
So I mean, don't get me wrong, like I love the track guys, and I was still happy like to be a captain, and that people even though I wasn't always there, like I got picked. That was cool. I wish I actually got to do the second portion of that. That'd
right.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right, so we're at 51 minutes, believe it or not. I know it goes by fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So is there any, I don't want to, again, I said this last week, any like, I don't want to say last minute, but like anything you want to add before we get any closing questions in? Anything you want to say to people listening? Any words of encouragement, advice, pieces of information that you want to bless the children with?
Pieces of information. You don't have to be the fastest to make an impact. That's definitely one.
That's very true.
I was never the fastest racing, but I always would like show up for workouts, and I think that was a key thing too. Even people that beat me in races, I was still out there pushing myself, working out with them, trying to push them too. So
I agree with that. I think a biggest key to that, or like looking back at it, like my freshman year when I was, not to like toot my own horn, but like I was third on the team, looking to move up, and you were still like, let's work out together. Like, let's do this, or I'm going to try and keep up with you this workout. And it was like, just that pushing yourself made me want to push myself even more. Cause it was like, not to like beat you, but like he's working hard, so I should be working just as hard. You know what I mean? And when you get a team to emulate that the way they do, like when they look up to a leader like that, that's when you really get some explosive stuff happening.
Yeah, we definitely had the attitude this year in cross country. Like it was there, and part of that, I think Ohio Pile, getting out with the team, just the attitude for workouts was it was different than any team we'd had before. There was starting my freshman year. I've talked about this before. My freshman year, there was such a divide on the team. Like you could just feel it. Like a lot of the seniors were kind of the seniors and juniors, like people on the team that kind of broke up. There was people with like really good work ethics and attitudes, and versus people who would kind of like, I don't want to do this. I don't feel like running today. I don't want to race today. We'll get annoyed with people on the team. Like people like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this that fast, blah, 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 which obviously there's times like that happens, but just like different things like that versus now it was like, it was like there was a lot of healthy competition on our team this year. I think like, you saw it in the D'Angelo Hill workouts where it was somebody starts to kind of take it and everybody kind of follows. And now we're all working hard, saw it in a lot of workouts this year. And I just think it created such a different atmosphere, for working out to come in. And we always did like, all right, we did like a little chant before and stuff. And I think like that mental switch this year was
where you're all on the
huge.
Same page going forward. Yeah.
It was huge. There was no bad attitudes coming into workouts. We all had our workouts we hated. Right. I remember like kind of like taking everybody aside, because I forget who it was who was kind of complaining about a workout before we did it. I kind of pulled everybody together like before the workout. I'm like, we're gonna.
Yeah, it was like the mile repeats, I think.
It might have been, yeah. And I was
Mhm.
like, hey, that attitude's not going to fly. I was like, nobody sits here and goes, oh boy, mile repeats today. I'm like, but you should want to do them to get better. You don't need to love them.
Right,
Nobody
right,
kind of like loves, running as hard as they can. That's
right.
hard. Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
all right. That'd be weird. Like
No,
PR
I
and
get what
stuff.
you're saying for sure.
But like, it hurts. It's not like a fun thing to do. It's painful.
Right.
But you should want to do it. Like there's a point where
Mhm.
you hit those workouts and it's like, there's a goal and you need to remind yourself. And having like kind of making sure everybody's on that page. I mean, after that conversation, I don't think we ever had to have it again.
I was gonna say, I think that was the clicking moment that was like, all right, we're here to work, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
or this is the attitude you should have, and if that's not the attitude you have, well, then maybe this isn't right for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
100%.
everybody was just
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, that's fair. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
thankfully, I love our team, and everybody kind of was like, all right, let's shape up.
Yeah, no, it was definitely, it was awesome. Even coach saw it. He said I remember he had talked about it before to us, I think
Mhm.
probably my junior year, then saying like the men's team is just, they're almost there with the work ethic. It's just not quite where the women's is, like well, the fitness is there. We have this great group of talent. It's just, we need the attitude needs to be different, like to
Mhm.
hit that next level, to really take our level up there. You need the seriousness and the competitiveness. And
Mhm.
I mean, we did it this year. It was awesome. The team really came together. This cross country season was my favorite season ever. It was super, it's fun to be a part of, fun to
It was
lead.
just great to when you would see the first thing to do in a workout once you finish is you turn around and give knucks to the guy next to you, in front of you, behind you. Like
Yep.
when you see that, and that's like a genuine response, is like, I just finished. The first thing I'm going to do is say, hey, good job. Like
Mhm.
that's real like chemistry.
And
that
every
you-
time you finished a workout, no matter like
Mhm.
how bad it felt, you knew your
Right.
whole team was going to be there to
Right,
support you.
right. You had
Yeah.
all the guys around you to pick you up,
Yep.
no matter what.
It makes it so much better when because when you feel like everybody's in a bad mood, it's like, why are we doing this? This workout
Mhm.
sucks. Like
Mhm.
it's easy to just get in your own head. And I mean, it's so much of running, and it's like 80% just in your head.
Right.
The fitness is there. It's like I've run the speed before, but it's like if I'm not doing it right now, it's something in my head is not clicking right now.
Yep.
So
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. All right, well, that's time. So, I know I already asked this, but last things, you're all good?
I'm good. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me on.
Dude, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come in and talk and share your story. And
And my
I have
busy schedule,
a
dude.
last minute question.
Oh,
I have a
go ahead.
last minute question. What specifically do you do to make your quads so strong?
My screen
just froze.
Oh.
What do you
We
do
lost
to get your tree trunks?
Yeah.
Oh,
on your legs?
dude. I don't know. I think it was just, I was convinced I think it was my junior or senior year of high school that I just needed to do hills, dude. I was like, hills is what's going to get me better. Summer training, dude, I was like, because we didn't have a super structured high school program. I'm just hitting hills like 3 times a week. I'm like, all right, let's do hill repeats and like, I went from like twigs in my sophomore year, and it's like juniors, like my legs like this big. I'm like, these puppies are indestructible.
They are.
Amazing.
It's
You
the
could-
hills.
You could put a bullet through them, and I think the bullet would bounce off.
Dude,
Have
that
you
poor
tried
bullet.
to squash a watermelon with them?
No,
This is Jordan.
Was
and
this
I's
on
goal.
the
You
last?
need to buy
Yes.
You guys
Oh,
are
you
talking about.
need to buy a watermelon.
I remember hearing you guys talk about this.
We are
last
on a
time.
quest to find somebody to pop a watermelon.
Dude. I'll tell you what. Give me a little bit of time. I gotta strengthen the groin. I feel like it's a really strong groin thing and then
Yeah.
I'll send you guys a video on my OnlyFans. Check it out.
Ooh.
Amazing. All right, T. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks everybody for watching. Until next week, we'll see you later. Have a good week and take care. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.